Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to all. When I was in the campus or I was in the academics, if you ask me what was my happiest moment, I'll say whenever I get some kind of recognition or some kind of awards, I'll wait for hours and hours to get my slot to go to the stage and receive that award. Academic brilliance is nothing when compared to some kind of recognition what we get. That's why when I came to the industry, I decided we should promote that concept. For our contributions, for our talent, we should have a recognition system. In the academic sector, I developed my project management skill or my leadership skill by conducting various events. I think during my engineering days, I did more than 50 events for nothing, because I was spending my time, effort, everything. But fortunately, I was developing that leadership skill. So many events happened. So when I came to the industry, it helped me a lot. I'm basically a ship designer. My core job is to design ships or do the inspection for the shipping industry. But my passion was into the other side, the movies, the events and other things. So the event management division was opened. Basically, I wanted to conduct many events. Same time, I wanted to make sure that the happiness I got from my academics by receiving these prizes, it should be enjoyed by the people in the industry also. That's why at the end of every event, we make sure that there is an award ceremony to recognize the real talents. You should not buy your talent, actually, because nowadays in the industry, if you pay money, you get awards. No, not like that. If your real talent, your passion, when it is recognized, that is a real recognition. That's why we started implementing this award system. Today, we are conducting more than 55 events worldwide in more than 22 industrial sectors. In the industry, the good part is that that particular award becomes the branding tool for the next 1 year for every organization. For that individual and for that organization, that's the best branding tool. That's why we conduct this event. And this InsurTech is also designed for that particular purpose. 2 days we had serious discussions. We made so much content to give the knowledge for the entire industry. Now it's time to have this award ceremony. But before going for the award ceremony, we need to have a review of our industry. I am from the film industry. If you ask me what is the biggest problem in the film industry as a filmmaker, the biggest worry I face is I don't get an educated customer. That means the film viewer. We all watch movies actually. Just ask yourself, are you a professionally educated person to watch a movie? You just go there, you watch a movie, you see it and you say, maybe sometimes you like it, you don't like it. If you are professionally trained to watch a movie, you will understand what is the difference between 2K projection, 4K projection, what is the difference between Atmos, what is 5.1, 7.1, what is the way of editing, color correction. So many departments are working. Hundreds of people are making a movie. End of the day, we can see that only 3 to 5% people going to the theater and watch it in a theater. That is the statistics. Every movie is made for a big screen. If you are making a movie for a small screen, why should we have theaters? But majority, not 10% or 20%. Almost 95% of the people watch a movie in a mobile or a TV. Do you know that how much damage it creates? It damages you, it damages the industry also. When you are watching something in a LED screen, that is a mobile or a computer or TV, you are killing your eyesight. Same time, when you are watching it in a theater, you are fully focused on a reflection atmosphere. It is just like you are having a dish as fresh, as hot, with that smell. Every movie you should watch in a theater. And the biggest advantage is that when you're watching a movie in a theater, you are giving something back to the industry. With that money only, that producer can make another movie. Nowadays, majority of the movie producers become bankrupt. They all come to the film industry not to make money actually, out of passion. They pledge their assets and make a movie. And we people, 95% of the people, most of the people, we illegally sometimes watch the movies. We don't really pay back to the industry, pay back to the content creator. So we are killing the industry. And another thing is that we don't understand that our investment is the time we spend to watch that movie, the 2 hours, not the 20 dirhams or the 30 dirhams or 40 dirhams, whatever you're paying for the ticket. See, that 2 hours you cannot spend again to watch that movie in a proper platform. Now technology is so advanced, you can have home theaters, you can, even if the movie is gone out of the theater, you can watch in the home cinemas, you can experience it in a proper way. So this is happening. Same thing happening in the insurance sector also. Every person in this world is a customer of insurance industry. I'm from the shipping industry. I always think that if insurance industry is not there, my industry will not, because I am from the design and inspection field. It will not exist. No ship will plan for inspections. No classification societies will exist. No approval formalities will be there. When I am using a car, I will not think about the condition of the car. That means the basic quality of our lifestyle is decided by the insurance sector. They decide what all requirements are to be followed to maintain the quality. So that is the importance of the insurance sector. But unfortunately, we fail to educate the end user. The customers are not educated. The people dealing with the customers, the end agents, they are not properly educated or certified. In the inaugural speech, I explained about the time we waste in the academics. 50,000 hours we spent in the academics, and we failed to learn what we really require for the industry. We are all working in the insurance sector, and we never spent a single hour during my academic days. Later, we spent some time to get the certification. Just imagine, in the 50,000 hours, we spent some time to learn something. We would have been the best in the industry. And after coming back to the industry, we run the show, but we don't educate our customers. Today, the end user, they don't know how to make a proper claim. What are his rights? What are the conditions he should follow? Nothing. He blindly signs something, he takes a policy, and the agents go there and they put these policies into them. We need to change it. How is it possible? Only through proper, effective education. We need to have an efficiency model in the education side. Not only in the industry, from the academic side onwards. It is our responsibility to make sure that academic sector got a space for the industry to teach the students, to make them understand about what is insurance, what is the importance for that thing, what are the things to be learned. Tomorrow, even if you are not joining the insurance sector, you are a customer of that one. It is your fundamental right, it is your duty to learn all these things. So we need to go back to the academics. We need to educate them. We need to have a platform there to deliver our experience. Unfortunately, today's academic sector doesn't have that system. They will not entertain also. Today I am running the world's largest ship design and inspection firm, but I am not supposed to go back to the academics and teach students. What a sad situation. But everything is changing. AI is going to conquer everything. Next 5 years, the academic sector is completely going to be changed. Industry will have a solid role in the academics also. So there we have a system to improve the efficiency. So that's why in all our events, we make this content. This content is going to be the king. These contents are going to be the teachers. In future, there won't be any teacher in the classroom. Either you'll have a VR system or you have a theater system where only the contents will be played. Whatever a teacher teach you in 2 hours, a content will teach you in a better way in 5 minutes. That is the potential of the visual media. Scientifically, it says that the power of the visual media is 60,000 times better than a normal person delivering a content to you on a verbal mode. So this is going to happen, and it is your responsibility because you are all heading the industry's different sectors. I am heading Aries Group. It is my responsibility to make sure that 2,400 employees in my company, they are continuously trained. In the medical sector, there is a training system called CME program, Continuous Medical Education Program. Same thing should be there in the insurance sector also. Every person working in the industry should be trained, minimum 50 hours every year. They should be trained. Whatever happening in the industry today, they should be informed. They should be trained. Even if you are giving the information, it will not change a person. You can motivate a person, but it doesn't mean that he will change. He has to practice it. So you need to have a system to change it. In our company, 10 years back, we introduced a system called Efficiency Improvement System Management. There are 200 parameters we have developed to improve the efficiency of our employees. Through these 200 parameters, we transform a normal person into a person like very expert. Like you are transforming a security guard into a policeman, into an army person, into a commando. We call it as clubbing a hare and tortoise into a tortoise. The systematic approach of a tortoise with a dynamic aspect of a hare to become a tortoise. You should have a system like this. So don't depend on the academics. They are not trained in the industry. They don't know anything about the industry. Even I am from a teacher's family. My parents were teachers, my brother, sister, everyone were teachers. But they were not a part of the industry. They don't know the culture of the industry. See, nowadays people coming to the industry even without knowing what is ISO system. The people sitting here, you all learned about the industry after coming to the industry. Then what was the purpose of this 50,000 hours you spent there? So that's why we introduced the first industrial university, AIMRI. Our vision is to transform it into the Oxford of the industry. We need to have industrial doctorate, not the academic doctorate. Nowadays, if I get a CV, not only me, any division heads in our company, if we are getting a resume with a doctorate from a university or something, we put it in the dustbin. Because we know that that person is not good for the industry, he is good for something else. We need youngsters with dynamic spirit, with common sense, who got that attitude to work for the industry with that pace. So we need to develop that system. So this AIMRI's education system is absolutely available for all our customers. Tomorrow, if you want to know more about it, contact us. It's a free training, everything we are providing. If you ask me what is my vision, I'll say, I came to UAE with just 50 dirhams in my pocket. I was not from a rich family. My parents were teachers. Nothing was with them. They were retired people. I came here with 50 dirhams, and today this nation has made me to this level. I have a commitment back to my country which molded me to this level. Before I retire, before I leave this country, I want to make sure that this country goes to a different level. All these 22 sectors, we are conducting these events. That entire operations head office should be in Dubai. See, nowadays, insurance sector, you say that it is reinsurance, it is a job of the Lloyds or something. Why don't you think about making Dubai as the hub of insurance? If Dubai can transform to this level in a couple of decades, we can transform insurance sector into different era using AI. Dubai is the first country came forward to promote AI to this level. So next 5 years, entire thing is going to change. So it is your responsibility because you people are from the insurance sector. It is your responsibility to make sure that you take insurance sector into a different level, keeping Dubai as its base. I need to look into so many other aspects. So this year is a transformation period. 7 years it took for us to take this journey to this level. But today we are going to, after my speech, we have another big event going to happen before the award ceremony. That is the launch of a global association of the insurance sector. So that association is going to run this show from next year onwards. So the quality of the awards system, everything will be different. It will not limit just to the UAE. It will be a global award. We will be deciding the global recognition for the entire insurance industry will be here now onwards. You will decide who should receive that award. Not only that, we will make sure that we have a quality system, we have a training system, we have a university. Even from the school days, we will make sure that every child who got the talent and passion will get into the insurance sector, not like the destiny take people to the insurance sector. I am 100% sure that 95% of the people, or more than that, sitting here, the destiny took you to the insurance sector, not your talent or passion. But it should not happen to the future generation. It is our responsibility. We should share our experience, we should share our mistakes, what we have done, to the next generation. You should write your professional biography. That's why AIMRI has introduced industrial doctorate concept. Industrial doctorate is not something like what is happening in the academics. You are doing research for years and years, 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, for some useless subject or something. You get a doctorate. You have a guide who doesn't know about the industry. I am a victim because very close, my relatives, they spent 8 years, 9 years for the research. They became nothing. It should not happen to the future generation. Industrial doctorate means if you develop a product, it should be useful for the society. That product should be your thesis. With your talent, your passion, you develop something. Otherwise, if you work 25 years in the industry, you write your professional biography. Your experience, entire life experience, you make it as a biography. You give it to the next generation. Let them learn. Why should they make the same mistake what you have done? So that professional biography will become your thesis. This is the concept. This year, we are giving this industrial doctorate to the top 100 industrial legends from various sectors. From the maritime sector, the last award was received by Mr. Grimaldi. He is the father of shipping. He is the president of the world shipping, who owns more than 150 ships. He is the Onassis of today. He came to Dubai to receive that award. So you should recommend who is the next one from the industrial sector. We can give 2 or 3 slots from the industrial sector for such kind of people. That people should come and receive the honorary doctorate. Other people, you can write your professional biography, you can publish it. Otherwise, you develop some kind of concept or product, make it a real product, and get the industrial doctorate. So that is the concept we are developing. So be a part of this journey. We are all going for a better cause. We are improving our efficiency. So this is the message I want to give, that this kind of events are conducted not for fun or something, not for just like other events. There is a purpose for this one. Next year when we meet, insurance sector will have our own channel. In maritime sector, Marine Biz TV we have. In medical sector, MediBiz TV we have. Like that, insurance sector should have InsurTech TV or Insurance TV, some channel should have. We already started that process. Most probably in 1 month or 2 months, that will be launched. So next year, we will have our own TV channel also for that one. So this year, we are handing over our responsibility. 7 years, we run it. We spend our time, money, everything. And also, I especially thank our sponsors, because without sponsors, we cannot make it happen. So next year onwards, let this association run this show. The industrial legends will be a part of this association. Let us go together and make insurance sector to a different level, especially using the AI. And once again, on behalf of the event management team and organizers, I thank you all for coming to this event to make this, to grace this event success. And thank you very much to listen to my words. See you next year. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Assalamu alaikum. After the speech of Sir Sohan Roy, I don't have any content at the moment to cover, because the whole thing, what he said, I believe that makes sense in all trade, in all industry. We should adapt. There's nothing to do purely in insurance per se, but I see as well that we are all reeling through different crises in different trade. And one of the crises in insurance sector, which I represent as well, is the new amalgam of technology into our space. Whereas we don't have adequate regulatory provision, we don't have understanding, we don't have compliance, and we face issues. I will just give you a little bit about what he says that we are going to talk about, or we are going to have a soft sort of launch of this association. So how it culminated, how the thinking it started, how the whole idea was groomed. We sat together, and definitely I have been working for last almost 2 years thinking that after COVID, when we saw that the people, the sufferings, and then an example I will give you that we as a reinsurance intermediary have our duty when we go for renewals of large assets, sovereign assets or corporate assets or even SME sectors assets. Normally what happens is that in oil and gas industry, or I can talk about even marine and shipping industry, there is a very important factor which is survey. And we were struggling at the lawyers with the surveyors cannot reach. And the expiry of the policy is just next door. What to do? We approached to some of the company, and luckily we were doing a survey for a petroleum storage terminal survey. And luckily we got into a company, and this company was a Swiss company, and they said we can do it while we are there in our own home. I said, really? How can you do that? They are sitting in Colombo. So this was for Sri Lanka, Ceylon Petroleum Corporations for them. And they delivered. We gave them, we believe on them, and they delivered. And it was such a nice report, which probably I should say, physically the guys, normally I have seen the report when they visit, it was better than that. So what Sir Sohan Roy was talking about, the same thing I correlate sometime. Because of our naivety, we don't understand sometime that the Creator knows better, and we should go with Him to understand that creation rather than just ignore and say that I know all. So what has happened is, like he was talking about a reflection of cinema, that why we don't see on the big screen rather than that creator, that the director, he has put all his brain, the producer with his passion, he has put all his lifetime saving and all in ruin just because of us. That was a parallel I'm just trying to draw, which he has put it into. So not to just support his idea, we sat together because he's one of the visionary, and from my side, coming also from the shipping and marine, we used to interact years back. And when we entered also into insurance, he is right. Most of our colleagues, you will see here, that we accidentally landed in insurance. Or somehow, few of the colleagues, they thought of to make the career. But most of, I see that either passionately you came, but you came because of some other desire to fulfill. And that is true. So what we are trying to say is that, do you think that we carry the same legacy, or we are going to transfer this legacy to the coming generation in a different format, not the format which we invested, paying heavy fees in university and colleges, and good for nothing. Just to give an perspective, I come from a country where 1.2 billion people stay. So obviously you know that's India. And from the childhood, I saw that I was dumped with book which was more than my own weight because I was so slim, and I was carrying on my shoulder, and when I was going, so I was almost bending. And then I was always thinking that, that one day if I don't take this, I know I'll be punished because I didn't bring that particular book. Okay. I asked my dad, I also come from the background of a teacher. My father was a principal of medical college, doctor, and he created doctors. He was a professor, academic. So I asked my dad, why do I study geography, history, Sanskrit, Hindi, name it, in India? Because I want to become something else, but you're dumping me. So that was our educational system in India, that we wanted everyone, which is overall development, overall knowledge. That's all good. Basic foundations, fine. But at the same time, when you grow, after some time, you have your own passion. If we want to bring the people in different trade, we should just focus on that particular trade where we want to land ourselves and leave others for the people who had the passion for that particular industry. Why to put our nose in everything? That's what, I'm sorry for my statement, but I feel that we were abused as a child by giving these all the resources to study. Okay, so now the good day which we are talking about, we sat together and I said, look, with Mr. Sohan, that we have been talking for quite some time, and we started this 9 years, this is the 9th year in SureTech. He has done a great job to recognize all the people, to bring their content, 2 days of conferences and everything. But there is no such body globally which we can say that they can do some advocacy for all of us, whether be the technology company, whether be the insurance company, and there is no such body. We have some here and there scattered, split, but there's no global sort of body which we can talk about. Luckily, I started working on the concept on the white paper, and we shared that concept with few of the industry colleagues. Few of the industry colleagues, before that I have to say sorry, but I always use the word that those are the dinosaurs of our industry, and they feel that, we know all. So, and I always believe my son knows better than me. Why? Because he's the new generation, he's adapting to the new challenges, new changes, and there's nothing wrong to learn from my son. So if someone talks with them, they give shit on your advice because he will not take it seriously. He was not trained for that. And that's the habit of our industry, in any industry. I'm not talking particularly insurance even, or any industry likewise. So the idea that the tech guy, when I started talking, they said, great idea. I started talking with some of the engineers, they said, great idea, And then I spoke to Sohan Roy, and he said, why not? Let's do it. We will start. I went to United Nations, Geneva, their office last year, to garner their support. I sit on the board of UNDRR, United Nations Disaster Risk Resilience. I asked them, will you support this mission? He said, why not? It is all for a good cause, and you can do, and we have all supports. I asked many other industry carriers like Lloyds, and if there will be some such body, and whether we can do some alignment, why not? Everywhere I saw that, yes, everybody is ready, but the only issue was who takes the baton in hand first. And I thought, why not we both as co-founder? So I brought him as my co-founder for this, and then I started talking about few of you here, they have given commitment to come on the interim board, and they are all going to be my interim board of director for the Global Association of InsurTech Professionals, which is taking shape. Now, this body, what we aim is, there are few objectives of this. As I said, the main objective was the alignment between insurer and the technology company, both together to bring and advocate on their behalf on both sides. And then we should have this particular body, we should recognize the skill, we should recognize the talent which we have. We should recognize not only that, what we are going to do is that we will have some of the innovators will whereas we will help them with this innovator, like in the R&D and the research, with a small seed capital. That's what the whole idea is. And that seed capital will grow from that particular innovator, which he is good in, so that he multiply and come back to the industries and to the GAIP. Same. So this is one of the area. Academia is one of the area. We don't want ourselves to call that we are creating an university, but bigger than that. What we will do is, what we are looking is that we will create content, as Sohan Roy was talking about, and every year, the way what we have been doing until now, the InsurTech, little different, we are going to have this one. And we will have competitions. We will play a different role as a catalyst for those who are aspirant and aspiring innovators, but they are not getting where they want to go. We will help them to handhold, to bring them to that position where they deserve. And we will fine-tune them so that whatever they are looking for in terms of whether government support, regulatory support, private body, anything they require, we will help them for that. There will be all the year-round event worldwide. We will have chapter globally. The chapters, first what we are doing is based on the demography. We have the Middle East office, and which will be Dubai, the Middle East office. Already we started working in New York. There's a gentleman who has taken this button, and a few of the guys. All the big boys have given the consent, you name it. And all from InsurTech, whoever I have been talking, at least 50 odd inventors from the InsurTech industry or the decision maker, they all are with us. And that's the good news, I should say. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I suggest is this particular body, which is the short name is GAIP, Global Association of InsurTech Professional. As I said, education, research, and innovation. We also saw that there will be a body which is required, which takes care of the best practices. So Sohan Roy also referred about ISO. We never knew ISO before coming in the industry because we were not taught what is quality assurance, and which is very important for any industry, quality assurance. So what they do. So the same thing, we also as GAIP, we would like to also join hand, whether with the audit firms, whether with the technology firms, financial services, all together, bring together and then form something, a content which we all should believe on, we all should agree on, and then take it from that level with a might, with a strong, resilient, that no nonsense, we are not going to accept, and then we do the lobby, whether with the regulator, whether wherever it is required, in which country it is required, if they are suffering. So this is also one area. The other thing is community engagement. We'll be doing a little bit of community engagement, advocacy, that was we say. Organization structure at the moment is very simple. We have an interim board at the moment for the total global level, but at the same time, very soon you will see, and the timeline what we have is also that within a year time, we should have few of the major areas, which are Asia, Africa, and Australia, and Europe, and US to cover ourselves. So this is our timeline, which we will have. So with this, I won't take much of your time because we have an exciting day after 2 days of, as we said, boring subjects. No, it was not boring, Sohan Bhai. It was all excitement because insurance is something, I'll tell you, because every day we have something new. And every day we learn something new. Every day we have excitement. So the subject matter, whatever was discussed, was all exciting. It was not boring. So with this, I would like someone to run the AV.
In a world where innovation drives progress and technology that reshapes our industries, there is a beacon of excellence, a global force dedicated to advancing the field of InsurTech. Welcome to the Global Association of InsurTech Professionals. Today marks the beginning of a new era in the insurance industry, where technology meets innovation. Global Association of InsurTech Professionals is a nonprofit international organization which aims to foster collaboration, innovation, and knowledge exchange within the insurtech industry globally. Our global vision is to become the premier international professional body for insurtech professionals, serving as a catalyst for innovation and excellence in the industry. Our primary objectives include offering education and professional certification, research and innovation, establishing best practices, membership drive, community engagement, professional events, international conferences, and summits. Global Association of InsurTech Professionals is founded by Dr. Aftab Hassan, the co-founder and chairman, in collaboration with the visionary leadership of Sir Sohan Roy, the co-founder and vice chairman, and support of Mr. Farid Lutfi, Secretary General and Board of Director, a formidable advocate for insurance integrity across the UAE and the Middle East. What sets us apart? It's our unwavering commitment to our members. By joining Global Association of InsurTech Professionals, you gain access to a wealth of resources. By becoming our member, you will be at the forefront of change to shape the future of InsurTech and make a meaningful impact on the industry and beyond. Welcome to Global Association of InsurTech Professionals, where innovation meets opportunity.
So thank you. Give a big round of applause for everyone here, because this is the contribution, this is yours, everyone's contribution. This is not ours. This is a non-profit international organization which we aim, and it was registered as non-profit international organization. So we are not here to make money out of this, but definitely we are here to grow together with this particular organization to serve the industry which was missing so far. And with this, I would like to call upon Sir Sohan Roy on the stage for ribbon cutting ceremony. We will have a little bit, and Dr. Kindi, we will call upon all the VIPs sitting here and the dignitaries. Please, can you just come, join hand. Now, I would just like to give two of the guests from our industry and who are in the industry, in the insurance industry, and have spent some time in the industry for long. And I know the pain point we were talking about, and he also agrees with me when we were discussing on the side of this event. And I would like to call upon for this to have at least to support me with the reason to Mr. Walter, and to bless with his own some visionary words, because he has gone through the pain and in different form and fashion when we're talking about, and he took a very, that time, and he was talking about when he was in Zurich, used to, when they decided that there should be also a pension scheme, which we were talking about, in DIFC, and then he supported that pension scheme, and then it was amalgam of technology, which came from Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, and partnership of this Zurich. So he would like to give a little bit on how this mission, which we are driving, will help others as well. He will share that. Walter.
Thank you, Abta, and good evening, everyone. I'll be brief. I think I've been lucky enough to be in the insurance industry for a long time, 30 years or so. I'm very proud to be part of the insurance industry here in the UAE, and I think as industry professionals we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do in terms of educating our colleagues, educating the market, educating our regulators, and working together to make a better industry for everybody. I think insurance has a pivotal role to play in society. It's an excellent industry to be in, because when things go wrong, it's the insurance companies that are there to help out, to make sure businesses continue, people, their cars get fixed, their factories can be repaired. And that's our job, to provide that stability. I think we couldn't do it without our technology partners. And I've learned along the way that the really clever insurtech guys, technology guys, are not working for the insurance companies. Right? They're running their own businesses. They're the entrepreneurs that are building the real funky high-tech stuff. And I think, I've learned that actually partnering up with some of these very, very clever and able individuals and great businesses is a great way to develop our industry. So I think that the association, getting groups of people together that are educated, that can learn, that can have some sort of protection in terms of working together and learning from each other, is a fantastic thing to do, and I wholeheartedly support it and wish every success. Thank you, Aftab.
Thank you, Walter. I'll not take much time, but we don't have here enough regulator except one gentleman who runs Dubai Health. So, Ali, I would like you to come on board and then share your idea about the technology and your idea about the GAIP creation. Whereas his dad is not here, so he's surrogating his dad because he was supposed to be speaking as well as the Secretary General globally for GAIP.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Aftab, to the organizers. I'll keep it brief, like Mr. Walter as well. It's hard to top His Excellency, Sir Sohan, and then Aftab's speech. But I think it's a great idea. Like Mr. Sohan said, I fell into the industry, I think, by destiny, following big, big shoes to fill from my father, from learning from the likes of Dr. Aftab, Ramaz, other legends in the local and global markets. So I think it's a very good idea. I think insurance is also something that cannot be taught. I think you learn more and more throughout the years through experience. I hear my dad, I hear Aftab say all the time, you learn something new in the industry. It's ever changing, always new experiences and so on. So with that, I personally fully support it. I'll be happy to contribute any way I can to it, and I wish it the best of luck. Thank you.